Today we are in the middle of Tampines. Where exactly in Tampines? I'm not sure. But what I'm sure is I am introducing you guys to a very special guest who is a chef by hobby. And can you guess by what I'm wearing right now, what kind of cuisine? We'll find out. Let's go. Hello, long time no see. I'll put my shoes here. Oh, I can see the height difference already.
Don't worry, that's a step for you. Allow me.
Thank you.
So welcome.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we haven't seen each other in about
3 years.
no, I think more than that. Probably
Chinese
4
New Year.
years.
I think Chinese
Probably
New
4
Year.
years. And I remember the first time
Uh-huh.
when I came to your place, I was just like, wow, this is a heritage center, you know, like full of culture. And then I also remember we were doing like kueh pai tea
Yes,
right over
on
there
that table
with
there.
like our friends and
Yes,
all that.
yes,
I was just
yes,
like very amazed by your place, the way
Thank you. Well, my
Yeah.
dad's place, not exactly my place.
Right, but still, you know,
Yeah.
your home is so warm and really full of culture because I'm someone who really values my own heritage. So when I see all of this, it's very beautiful.
Yeah, of course. I mean, something that you don't find very common in Singapore.
Also, it makes me wonder, tell me the history of your day bit.
Okay, so if you see some of the sport pieces in the house, the furniture, all these are actually heritage pieces, inheritance also, okay, from my grandfather down to outside. So some of these pieces, to be honest, you can't even find it in certain museums in Singapore.
Wow.
Yeah, so just want
Oh,
to say
for real?
For real. So like this particular piece, we got it restored in Malacca. So
Right.
back to the roots. All these are actually gold painted in, so hand gold painted in.
Oh, like after restoration.
After restoration,
lah.
hand gold painted. Then we had to transport it back to Singapore. So two of the pieces, I mean we have a couple of pieces, but
Yeah.
certain are actually mine. So
Oh,
that is the
wow.
one. I'll show you later if there's time.
Yeah, wow. No, because I am very astonished by the
detail.
the condition
Yeah,
of it, no
condition,
less.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so well preserved.
Yeah, and one last fact, actually, this particular debate we're sitting on right now is actually my grandfather's bed. Like he actually slept in this actual bed. Yeah.
Wow.
So the feels is real, lah.
It holds a lot of value.
Yes, it
I
does,
must,
it
I
does,
must
it does,
imagine.
yes, yes.
So, when I got to know you, which was
Yeah.
around 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
ago, I realized you're deeply rooted with your own culture and
Yeah.
everything, and also no less you are working in the F&B
Yes,
industry.
I am.
So it sort of made me wonder, and I know you're really good at Peranakan food.
No.
Don't be humble. Don't be humble. So it makes me wonder what brought you to where you are, you know, with your culture and everything.
Okay, so I think it's also not just because I do food and everything, but as someone, as you know, I also do design. So from a designer's point of perspective, sometimes you cannot lose the whole where you come from. And that's just the identity of it. So especially when it comes to food, something that's very close to us as a species. Basically, when you sit around a table, it's the intimate setting of sharing, their food, but also the marry of culture with the food, and then something that's also very lost.
Yeah, I agree.
So a lot of Peranakan places in Singapore have that traditional fare. It's just the home stuff, the individual home families that they have the recipes that don't make it to the commercial space.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to bring back, given my grandmother's influence, my mother's influence, and then also because in my kitchen training kitchen training outside and work, I modernize it using modern techniques, elevate it so that it brings something that is
Tradition and
something that's modern
Mm.
and will be a bit more palatable to this day and era.
Right.
Because a shallot is a shallot, but there are many different onions in the world, so that's just the elevation.
Very good analogy. Okay, but on that note, I hungry.
Yeah, I know.
So
I bring you go kitchen,
yes. So bring us to your
yes.
sacred place and
my mother's sacred place.
Your mother's
I just mess it up. Once in a while.
okay,
Yeah.
like come bring us there. I'm very hungry right now.
Okay, come, let's go.
Alright, so Mr. Beyond,
Yes.
can you walk me through what are we cooking today?
Okay, for today we'll be doing a what we call a cold salad dish called sambal timun. Okay, so this is like a starter for a palate open up and stuff. Not commonly found in your commercial Peranakan restaurants on the outside. It's more I think of a home thingy because I don't really see it outside as well.
Right, so it's more of like a home recipe sort of thing.
Sort of thing. That's why when you asked me to do something Peranakan, it's a bit I had to think of something that was not easily found. Yeah, so that's why I opt to do something simple but still flavors out the Peranakan of everything, you know. So okay, just to go through very quickly the what do you call that, the ingredients here. So first off, of course, we have the lime. We have kaffir leaf.
Oh, okay.
This one is in Bahasa we will call it daun lima perut.
Daun lima perut.
Yes, very good. Okay, and then we have coriander. We have samjam, which is pork belly.
Yes.
Bawang merah besar, which is the onions. Sambal belacan. Although this one, of course, if let's say this is just particular to my house that we like this flavor, so we go to the market. If it's not something that your flavor, you can always do whatever you like.
Right. So for sambal belacan, because I've tried a lot of sambal belacans before, and I usually like the ones that are a little bit more saltier, a bit more shrimpy.
Okay.
A bit more like spicy, of course.
Correct. So like sambal belacan to every Peranakan house is like kimchi to every Korean house.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone will always say that one's the best.
Yes.
So it's up to you again on your taste, like yourself shrimpy and stuff, right? So okay. And the last two over here is I left it out last because it's a bit more special. Number one, for this cucumber over here, is Japanese cucumber. I know it's a bit question mark, how come Japanese normally use normal cucumber, but because for me, as I said earlier when we were talking, I like to elevate stuff.
Yes.
So the taste of this when you bring everything together changes the flavor profile.
Because the crunch and texture of Japanese cucumber and your regular cucumber is quite
very
different.
Very different. And lastly, we have what here is called. Do you recognize this? No.
It honestly, it looks like a lily that has yet to a lily bud.
Okay. So what we have here is what we call rojak flower.
Okay. Why is it called rojak flower?
You rojak outside, right? So you see this is actually hidden at the side of the store.
Is it?
Yes, it's just for taste and essence. So in Bahasa, we call it bunga kentang.
Bunga. Wait, say that again.
Bunga
Kentang.
Yes.
Bunga kentang.
Yes. So that's for this. All right. So I will show you after this how we, bring everything together. And of course, I see you very comfortable leaning on something.
I'm very oh yes. So just now, I've been wondering. What is this? Because this has been sitting in your kitchen from the moment I entered your place. And then I'm like, okay, this must be something related to the kitchen, right? It cannot be just like, I don't know, some Star Wars Jedi thing, you know?
No. This is my little bag of tricks.
Okay.
I'll open it up later for you. Just for
okay, can you walk us through this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm very interested.
Okay, so very basically we have this is what we have. So it's a knife bag. Most of these are just your regular knives, nothing special.
Right.
I don't believe in honestly paying for $300. I'm just
Okay. Very quick question. Why do you not believe in paying $300 to $400 for knives?
Okay. Number one, I'm not a professional in the field that I need to use it every day.
Of course.
This is just something that I do as a hobby, but I also don't want it as something that is going to, what do you call that, impede my skill set. So it's something on the mid-range,
right?
But and if you have the time, I mean, we can always talk about knives because different knives have different qualities.
Yes.
So that's just the steel, and it's a whole other subject for another day. But but this is just my little bag of tricks, from my knives and also my bartending stuff. So we get a bit of thirsty, so we can have that.
Cool. All right. Okay. Please walk us through. What do you call this dish again?
Sambal timun.
Sambal timun.
Yes, correct.
Like Timon, like the.
Timon, Timon.
Like the.
Timon
like
Pumba. Okay, Timon Pumba. Very easy. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah. Okay. So what we have here today is the lime, and then we have the kaffir lime leaf. So this is what we call daun lima perut, dried shrimp, pork belly, coriander, bawang merah besar, which is your red onions. Sambal belacan, very important. Of course, every household has its own different taste. Japanese cucumber, just to elevate the taste from the regular
traditional
regular cucumber. And of course, lastly here we have is the rojak flower, or we call bunga kentang.
I see.
Yes, so that's what we'll be using today.
Alright, Bjorn, so we are
Yes.
finally here
Yes.
with all of our ingredients. Walk us through how we do this sambal timun.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. So we'll of course firstly start off with the cucumbers, and then after that we'll chop the other stuff.
Right.
And basically it's just putting everything together in a big bowl, mixing it up, and then having your final garnishes. And as I said, it's a very simple dish.
And like you mentioned, it's like it's a cold dish.
cold
sort
dish,
of,
yes,
right?
cold dish sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay, walk us through.
Okay, sure. So we'll first start off with the cucumber. Okay. So we'll take off the ends. Okay.
Why is it so important to take out the ends of?
Well, some people say that they like to rub it so it doesn't blacken. If you take the
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
But nah, on my side it's just really something. It's just It's
You
for
don't
home
have
cooking.
to,
Nah, it's for
yeah.
home. Okay. So we'll have to basically skin it first.
Mm-hmm.
Skin the cucumber. So while doing this, it's there's actually a little trick after this when I'll show it to you what happens. Is that and actually if you're doing salads on, let's say this is just a side tip, if you do salads at home, you take a wider peeler,
Right.
you peel the cucumber, and you can use the strips as ribbons.
Ah.
So it makes it a bit more fancy.
Very smart.
Yeah, and you can actually even have a round ring that you can wrap your salad in, and then you can lay this on that. So it's like another nice package when you sell. So a bit more bougie, a bit more.
Yeah. It's a lot more bougie. I think skins in general, like vegetable skins in general, have got its own benefits as well, right?
It does. It really does. Okay, so what we do is I said the trick, score.
So what is the
Purpose?
what is the purpose for scoring?
So what happens when you score the cucumber is that after when we mix everything, it actually melds the whole flavor together.
So you were saying that the scoring helps to helps the flavors to sort of
Correct.
like go into
Yes, and then it looks a bit more pretty from the cross section
Right,
as well.
right.
Okay, so once we're done with that, we will cut it in half, and then we'll quarter it. So what we'll do here is we'll remove
the seeds lah.
the seed.
Right.
You see it. Okay. Same. So from there we'll just do a quick slice. Okay. So just do a slice.
Oh, so it's quite a generous slice.
Yeah,
it's not like
because
a-
it's the main what do you call that? It's the main ingredient when it's like so sambal timun, right?
Right.
So basically it's timun. So we'll have this.
So how long have you been in the industry?
Well, I've been doing food since I was 21, but never in the industry per
So
se.
so how long? How long has it been since 21?
I'm not gonna tell you my age. You can guess by by the looks on my face on the camera. But yeah, okay. So after we're done with this,
Yes.
we will have to put this aside, and then we'll get on with the pork.
Okay.
Okay. So okay, let's go on with the pork. So this is just your basic pork belly
Yes.
that has been blanched.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we will basically just slice it up again. So we won't want to use this part. So this is just
Okay.
something we will move on. Okay, so this is nice,
Alright.
okay, just to get it even. So this part also, let's take
Correct.
it out. Slice it.
So it doesn't have to be super thin.
No, that's shabu. So this is something more rustic. It's a bit more homely. You know, so that's just the
A bit more generous.
yeah. You don't want. It's more like a Mexican tapas kind of style as well. When you have that. Okay. Okay. Of course, that's that. So yeah, just a couple of slices of pork. Because this is not your main dish.
Of course.
This is the thing. So okay. Just put it there. Okay, so what else do we have? Okay, so we have the flour as well.
Alright.
So let's go with that.
Ooh, the crunch.
Yeah, so
So you actually don't need the stock?
no, it's just what we want is the flour on,
I see.
on the top there. So let's go ahead and just give this a bit of a cut. So we just peel back a couple of layers to get the clean side.
That's like cabbage.
A bit, yep. Okay. There.
So I've learned that this rojak flour, they are actually quite pungent in the taste is quite prominent. So you
Correct.
actually only need a couple of slices
Yeah.
in one big serving.
Yes, that is very true. So okay.
So it helps to, I would assume that this flour sort of helps to develop the unique taste of certain Peranakan dishes.
Yeah,
Is it?
of course, that's true.
Right,
That's true.
right,
It's just for the added punch and flavor that you get into the whole thing.
Oh, I can smell it from here already.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's just that little thing that you need. Okay, so that's the thing. What else do we have? Yes, good old coriander.
I noticed that you were soaking the coriander in iced water.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
It's just to rehydrate the
Coriander.
coriander because it was a bit dying. So. Some people actually, Chinese people use the roots for soups and stuff, but
Correct.
we won't be using that today. It's just finely chopped the coriander. You know,
So in general, when you're prepping for food and if it's like a vegetable or whatever, and you feel like it's about to die, you
yes.
could revive it with ice
ice
water.
water, yes.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a home hack for you.
You
guys.
learn new tricks every day.
Yes, you do. Okay. So let's put it on that. Okay, so that's that. What else do we have? Oh yes, our
Oh, so actually we don't have to chop up the parsley too much.
nothing. It's just very rustic to bring out the thing. Okay. So we have this one is what we call the daun lima perut. So I have to slice carefully.
In English, what is it called?
Kaffir leaf.
Kaffir leaf.
Kaffir leaf. So remove the center stem.
Okay.
So we just do that for that.
So removing of the center stem is more for texture.
Yeah,
Is
it gets very bitter if you actually do chew on the center. So if you just want the fragrance of the leaf,
Right.
so we have
You
that.
do not want the center.
No, you don't want the center. And again, it's just what we call chiffonade, so it's just a very fine slice. So
It's very interesting because I love Peranakan dishes, and every time I eat, of course, Peranakan dishes in general, they have a very unique flavor already,
okay,
right? But to see it sort of like
come together.
come together is very nice. Like the dissecting of each ingredient
Okay.
is very interesting because I could smell from here each individual ingredient's flavor,
Okay.
which is nice.
So then we're gonna do a little nice little roll.
Ooh.
Okay, so we do a little roll.
Oh wow. Oh, I smell the
Yeah, the kaffir.
this oh wow. No, I always thought that is what you guys is what people use in tom yum and stuff, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Down with my perut.
Right?
So nice chef.
Because like it's very interesting. I always thought this particular smell comes from lemongrass and lime.
very close to the same family, but
Right?
but not exactly.
But I didn't. But this one is very accurate to how it smells like,
Yeah.
which
Wow.
is well now I know
Where it's from?
where is it from. Wow,
Yeah.
where it's from.
Okay. So let's put this outside. Lastly, we have our bawang. So
Okay.
same thing. these two. So again, I was talking to you earlier. Every onion has its own characteristic.
Yep.
So of course, last time, given knowledge has not developed, bawang is bawang, right?
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
But now we all have the access of knowledge that even a white onion is different from a red onion.
Excellent.
So that's how I elevate my dishes, where I find different
types of
what do you call it, onions. It will bring out the different flavors of the what do you call it, the dish.
In general, do you prefer red onions?
Yes, I do.
Me too. I think the taste is a lot better, and I like the spice that comes out.
Yeah, the kick at the end.
Yeah, the kick at the end.
That's the. So let's just go there. Top all that.
What? The way you cut and dice everything is really very homely. Like it's not refined.
No.
But it feels it feels like a mother's touch.
Tell that to my mother. Please tell that to my mother. But okay, so we have most of the ingredients here.
Yeah.
Let us clean up and then we will come back and set up for the whole putting it together.
Alright, we will be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Okay, so right now you are
Yes.
because this is a Julian style sort of dish, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we'll do now next, we will put everything together, and then after that we will plate it, and you can have the moment you've been waiting for.
Oh yes, the taste test.
Okay, so let's go with the onions first. Actually, basically it's just everything in. Okay, we just break it up. Find all the bigger pieces. Of course, that's the one. We put one. Just get the just get all that. So. Okay. So just do that. Then we put the coriander. Okay. Then we have around 1 teaspoon of this. So just sprinkle.
Oh, just 1 teaspoon of the rojak flour.
You don't
That's
want
it.
it too pungent.
Right, because you really can.
Yes, this
wow.
is all, okay. Then we go in with that. This one again.
Oh, it already smells so good.
This one. You can always add in, so it doesn't matter right now.
Right.
Okay. So a bit of the prawns.
So for the prawns, you have to sort of like grind them up.
Yeah, it's just a basic grind like that. And then you mix this all up first. Okay. Get it nice and. Then the important ingredient here, sambal belacan.
Oof, my favorite.
Yeah, like this. Could you help me with
Of
that?
course.
Open that.
Oh, let me do that.
Okay.
Let me do that. We put our rice scooper on the chopping board first. Can.
No.
I'm very strong. No. I insist, brother. I insist. Oh, there we go.
Alright.
I've been opening it wrong.
Okay.
Ooh, this smells like the kind I like, the more shrimpy type, huh?
Okay, so just put a bit of there.
Okay.
And then we will just give it a good mix. And I like my sambal timun a bit more, what do you call it?
Sour?
Yeah, a bit more sour. So, lime. I gotta go with 2 big limes. Of course, everything is just, agar.
Yeah. That's the key to. I truly believe
A good Asian cook.
A good Asian cook, everything just agak, you know.
Agak only lah, huh?
You tell me this 1 teaspoon, that 15 grams. I'm just like, I will not listen to you.
Yeah. Okay. Then once from there, throw in the cucumbers.
So the cucumber needs to go like one of the last.
Why? You want?
I know. I'm smart enough to know because it will release water and then it will
and
sort
in
of.
bahasa we call it braai.
What? Say again?
Braai.
Braai.
Braai means yang tu sayur tu braai means the water starts coming out. I mean,
Right.
so
And then it will spoil the flavor and everything else, right?
Correct. Okay. It's almost done. So what else are we left? Oh yes, sugar. So it's a sweet sour taste to it.
Right.
So just just gonna go with this. If it's not sweet enough, put more. Not sour enough, squeeze more lime. Basically, that's
right.
what my mother told me.
Yes, exactly. More is more, guys. More is more.
Yeah. Okay. And then, okay. So we're almost done. So that's like all we have to do is just plate and eat it. So we'll come back to that.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. So we're almost at the end. We will have to eat this first sooner or later, right? So
Can't wait.
I know. I just did a quick taste test. So what we need to add is just a bit more of the shrimp, and of course now we have the pork. So we'll just add a couple of slices in. Of course, for those who are not able to consume pork, you can just leave this out. You can replace with any kind of meat. So we give it a nice mix just to melt the flavors. Okay. Then after that, just take a bit. So again, very rustic.
Ooh, it looks so appetizing.
Like here. So it's just like nice little salad. Okay. And there you have it. It's
Ooh,
sambal timun.
that looks really good.
Yeah. Of course, like say if you want to still have it, you can still put a bit more, couple of slices of pork, so that everybody has that little share of it. Alright. Yeah. So that's about it. So off to the table of this and.
Alright, off to the table.
Okay. That's it.
Nice. Alright, so this is the sambal timun that you've prepared.
And you have been waiting for the whole day.
I have been truly waiting for the whole day. Okay, can I do a taste test?
Yes, of course you may.
Okay, shall we do this together?
Yes, let's do this together.
Wow, Okay, I need to get a little bit of everything.
Just let the pork taste.
Okay, so I got the cucumber, I got
Yes,
the
you gotta get
onions.
everything.
Oh, I love the coriander. I love coriander, so I'm getting that
According to
too.
some people, they don't like it because it tastes like soap.
I don't understand though. It doesn't taste like soap at all.
It's a gene thing, I guess. You know,
It doesn't taste like soap. It tastes. Do you like basil?
I am okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Yep. The face tastes it all.
My God, brother.
A bit of spice, a bit of sweet, sour,
And the saltiness from the pork.
and then the natural saltiness. You realize you didn't add a single drop of salt. Yeah. The cucumber adds the crunch, a bit of the coolness, like so it starts the whole palate for the meat, the course to come. Remember, this is just a start.
It's really a good opening to like your entrees.
simple, easy, nothing very much to do. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going in for a little bit more.
One more time. It's okay.
You know, I don't really like
Cucumbers?
cucumbers when
Yeah, I
it's
remember that.
uncooked.
Yeah.
Yep, when it's uncooked.
Yep.
But when it's so heavily flavored and so tasty, really, really good. And the coriander, chef kiss.
Thank you so much.
This is so good.
Okay.
This is a really easy recipe to make, apparently. I hope I can make it also at home, but do try it. Try to make it yourself.
Yeah.
And you have another dish for us, don't you?
Actually, I do. But
So tell us a little bit more about the dish.
okay, it's seafood inspired. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Nothing too heavy again. It's a bit more of the light side of things. So nothing too heavy on the palate.
Alright.
But yeah, that's all I can share for now.
He's keeping it secretive
Of
because
course.
we are running out of time for this episode. So if you want to learn more recipes and you want to see how traditional Peranakan cuisines are being made, do stay tuned with us. And we'll see you again.
Makan.